G'day, it's Clint here, and in this video I'm answering a question that I received, which is, do you need to eat this way for the rest of your life? Well, eating this way provides a tool of inflammation reduction, and it's a very powerful tool. Not only is it a tool for inflammation reduction, but it's also a tool to reduce the risk of incidence of other diseases, including things like some forms of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and so on. So it's a preventative as well as an inflammation relieving dietary approach. Now, there are other tools that we could use to reduce inflammation. We know that we could go on to more aggressive medications. And we also know that exercise is a very, very powerful tool to reduce inflammation by dramatically lowering oxidative stress that accompanies inflammation. And we know that being in a really elevated, stressful state also creates a pro-inflammatory response in the body. And so inflammation can also be reduced through stress reduction techniques. So if you were to completely emphasize other approaches like stress reduction, exercise, medications, then this opens up the possibility of completely abandoning the dietary approach, which is most effective for inflammation reduction, and placing all your emphasis onto other areas. But is that going to be able to hold the tide of the increasing dysbiosis that comes from eating a less optimal way? No one knows. Everyone's different. And so the ultimate approach is to look at each category of lifestyle intervention and medication intervention and say, where do I want to maximize my efforts? If I make my diet a 10 out of 10, I might need less medication. But if I go with medication at 10 out of 10, I can really ease off on the diet. But in my personal view, I think we always want to eat as optimally as possible, because that has all the benefits that I mentioned a moment ago and reduces the emphasis of need on all the other categories. We are going to get stressed. We are going to have days, weeks maybe, where we don't do much exercise. We are going to maybe have trouble, optimizing our omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, which is another influence. There's going to be months where we're not getting enough sunshine. And so I just think it's very, very sensible to use the scientifically supported, evidence-backed, anecdotally convincing approach with your diet so that you're doing everything right. But of course, it's up to you. And the occasional cheat, if you're doing everything right 95% of the time, isn't going to have a big setback for you. And therefore, restaurant meals here and there, the odd snack, odd treat, and whatever, it's not going to set you back compared to if you were eating like that all the time. All right, I hope this helps, and keep up the discipline and good work. I'll see you in the next video.